I say Mesiano, the Muslim Mesiano, Fifi Bremen, the Mesiano, move.
Good morning, guys. It's another beautiful day, and today we are visiting a small community called Brady. Yeah, there's a project about to go on, so we are going to map the area. In case you guys didn't know, I'm also into mapping, so if you have any job, you can just link up. If you want to architectural drawing, anything that has to do with drawing or map, you can just link up and do business. Yeah, so today we're going to visit Brady, and I'll be bringing you guys along. These are places that most of you may never visit or be to. So let's go. Guys, we are getting ready to settle. That's my partner in crime. So let's enjoy. I'll be showing you guys some communities along the way. So we are driving through the streets of Asantewaa. That's around Plotso, heading towards the cemetery. And you can see some beautiful architecture here in Asanko. So we are now leaving the third road and getting onto my favorite road. This is not the best time to walking by the roadside, to be on a bike, or to be in a car without AC. Trust me. So this is one of the communities along the roadside. And as you can see, we have winter in Ghana or in this area. And it's not snowing. It's winter, but it's not snowing. We have a different type of snow over here, which is dust. It's very dusty. Very, very dusty. So you are still driving through San. Yeah. Now this Kwabeng, which is a town after San. Yeah, this Kwabeng. If you are from around this area, I think you're familiar with this town. And the road where the white pickup is coming from, that's the road that leads to Bekwai, Seshu Bekwai. It's less than an hour drive to Seshu Bekwai from this side. And that's yours truly. Yeah, so you can see how dusty the road is. This dust is not like normal dust, it's like powder and it's packed. If you step in, you can sink into the dust. That's why I said that's the type of snow we have. And as you know, mining, aka Gala, this place used to be a forest just like the other side, but now you have trees standing alone. I think it's already is dead. It's dead actually. And you can see some of the tree stumps on the floor. These are trees that have been uprooted. Yeah, you can see them there. And mining is ongoing. And this is, you can see this along the stretch. Yeah. So this Wasaguna. That's our turning point. This is the last time we get to, then we branch off this main road, then we head to our destination. So this was on a Saturday, which happened to be the market day at Wasaguna. So as usual, the roadside was very, very busy. We had cars parked, people getting out to shop, people coming from as far as Seshu Bekwai.
Hey, Ada swap. So do. Where is it? So do.
So as you just saw, the woman we just bought from came all the way from Sekhubekwai and she'll be returning after. So you can see the roadside is very very busy. Now if taking the branch, you can see market is really ongoing. And it was really difficult navigating these roads because there are people selling, those buying, just coming into the road. So if you're not really careful, you might actually knock someone down. So at this point, you can see the plantain. You could get any food commodity you need over here. And these are straight from the farm, very fresh, straight from the farms. So there's another community. I don't remember the name of this community actually, but it was one of the communities by the roadside after we turned through Asaguna. So this is the part of Ghana that you hardly see on TV. This is what I call the true Ghana. You get to, life here is really different from what we are used to back in the city. Be it Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, Tamale. You don't really get a feel of this, where it's not all about money, but it's about a sense of community. And I really loved these canopies. And one thing is, these roads are very narrow. The least mistake you do, you can easily knock someone down, especially these motor riders. They mostly use these roads. So even though it's narrow, they're able to navigate past each other on these roads. But with a car as big as ours, we had to be very cautious because when they are coming, they are not used to meeting cars on the road. So they come full speed on. So you have to be very careful when using these kind of routes. We are currently at Brady. We are done flying around Brady. So we're getting to work. Tell them more work to be done. Ajay.
Nana, we are in school. Where can school no one?
So work about to start. Let's go. I feel cocoa farm now. Nature watching, we are fresh kaka. Now we're inside dry kaka. But you had not dry pa. Yeah, most mark will be a worry, cocoa. We who they are not that to them. Mukoribi. Never no. And I bet
Our red this. Looking one more, baby.
wonderful. Your friend journey to the west.
We are easy, we are in your forestry. We are high easy.
Baba, and the agent from our crown for many different.
Understand. Will be saying your wine will be a be our.
I say the banana and bread the ban. You plant and eat.
No one she ball a view of her. If you are home to them and whom she may.
Say, Andrew, really, we are doing now. Agent from them, no difference.
So at this point, we take off to explore Brady from above. So from this view, you can see there's a mixture of brick houses as well as mud houses. And one thing I like about this place is, as I always say, the green environment. And that's their football pitch. You know, as Ghanaians, we love our football. So, in almost every community, you will find a football pitch. So, now we spotted this small community at the far end. So, we had to zoom to check it out. But I'll be checking it out later. We'll be flying there to check that place out as well. And that's the road that leads to the town. So from Asanko, we use this road into the town. And you realize most of the buildings are on our right side. And that's the Pentecost Church on the left side, almost isolated from the town. And I think this will be a road that might lead to another town or to the farm. Yeah, so the road continues to another community up ahead. I think that's the last town on this stretch or on this road. Yeah, so you can see my colleague over there taking some coordinates. Mind you, we're here to do some map work, so I decided to bring you guys along to enjoy the view. You know, I can't enjoy this view all by myself, even though I wish some of you were there to at least feel the difference in the environment. So from this view, you think it's more of a linear settlement, but the community is actually developing. So I think this was the last building, and this is the road that leads to the small community we spotted the moment we took off into the sky. And you can see the trees, and I just love this view. This shows how rich Ghana is and how fertile our soils are. Even though this was during the dry season, we hadn't seen any rain for like months, about 4 to 5 months if I'm right. Yeah, there's a small community we spotted from the far end, so we have to come and explore to make sure we don't leave any building behind. At the far end, it looked like there were some buildings there, but we zoomed in and realized it was actually not a building, but it looked like a pool of water. So you can see how vast this, I don't know if I should call it a forest, by the vegetation you can see how vast it is. That's the last community I was talking about at the far end, and there's the town of Brady. Isn't this so beautiful? I wish you were there to at least breathe in the air and see how fresh the air was. I always say life in the city is way different from life in the rural area. You experience the true essence of nature when you come to these parts of the country. So there's the power line coming from the town to the small settlement. And this was the road you saw us walking on earlier. We came through this bush, through the line, then we went back using the road so that we can at least see the whole part of the village or the town of Brady. So now we are on our way back to where we took off from. And that's the mosque at our bottom right. Before the fold, we just passed over the mosque. And that's one nice thing about Ghanaians. Ghanaians are very tolerant. We tolerate every religion and we respect every religion. And we always find a way to live together. It's nice to see Ghanaians, the Christians, joining in during the festive seasons of the Muslims, especially the Salah, the sharing of the food, the meat, and all. And also during Christmas, you find the Muslims also enjoying with the Christians. So now we're on our way down. So what you see right there, down there, that's cocoa being dried on the yellow, should I call it mat, or more like a tarpaulin? That's cocoa. So we had the kids coming around to have a view of the drone, and it was quite nice for them to also see it around. You had some people calling it a plane, but some also knew it was a drone. So that was our base. That's where we stood to fly around, and we had the kids coming around, and that's my honorable picking the GPS points. Yeah, we had some of the kids running, and sadly we had one little girl crying, but after all was done, she came around and she was happy. So that was me turning off the drone. Yeah, so this brings us to the end of our video. I'd like to thank you all for your support and for helping us grow this channel. Guys, keep supporting us. Like, share, leave a comment. Let us know your experience in the rural area. And if you know any of these communities we saw on our way, let us know. I love you all, and goodbye.